All right. Bibno is back. So, um, clearly, as you guys have probably noticed, these uploads are a little inconsistent. But hey, you know what? That is all good because going into this, I knew that this was going to be an inconsistent thing. So, if you don't already know, this channel is sort of just trying to take absolutely nothing. I don't have any knowledge of any sort of what I'm doing whatsoever. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to any of that stuff. And we're just trying to see like how good we can get at it, what kind of features we can learn, and we're trying to see how big of a channel we can grow, how big of a community we can get going. Just kind of as like a hobby. I'm making some attempts at trying to get the channel some more spotlight, which has not been super successful as of recent, but that is all right because the Bibno Reddit account is finally old enough to hopefully start posting some accounts, some links on there, rather, and maybe we'll get some views. So your boy Bibno is heading off to college soon, and I'll be able to have a more quiet and personal space, and I'll be able to create hopefully more consistent videos and more good quality videos. But right now, I think what I'm mostly going to be faced with as a challenge is just providing something that's worth watching, because a fair amount of what this channel is going to be done behind the scenes. Most of it's going to be me learning how to edit and grow, and you guys are just going to get the final products of that, but you're not going to get to see all the middle stuff unless I'm like editing a video on stream or something, which I wouldn't even know how to start to do that. But so for now, I have some ideas that I've been working on and thinking of, but they require a lot more time, effort, and money than I can currently access right now due to my day-to-day life. We're just gonna have to find some entertaining stuff in the meantime. For now, my kind of idea for this video was to just do the plain old storytelling, right? So I just was going to tell you guys about a story that I had this recent weekend, and we're just going to roll with it. So, recently I had my first time at the casino. It was at a casino. I was not having anyways, a couple of my friends and we've never been, so we decided, hey, why not? Can't be that bad throwing my money away, right? So let's give it a shot, right? So like I said, this was my first time. I only have one friend that was going that actually had some casino knowledge and had been before. The only knowledge I have of the casino is some blackjack and decaying old women love spinning their life away at slot machines. So with that being said, I decided I should probably not bring too much because I don't want to lose a ton, and that's a pretty big rule of thumb when it comes to going to a casino is don't gamble anything that you're not willing to lose. Yeah, I only brought like $80 just because I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to mess around. But part of the journey of going to the casino was getting there. So I figured I might tell that journey because it was a journey. So to start things off, I had to meet up with my friends. And I wasn't particularly feeling like driving because it was the weekend. I didn't want to deal with traffic. I just kind of wanted to sit on my phone, maybe listen to a podcast. So I didn't feel like driving. So I took the train. And it was an average train ride for the most part. I mean, I'm like 80% sure that there was these girls that got onto the train, and to be fair, they were really wearing some more revealing clothing, and I'm like 80% sure that they convinced, if you know what I mean, the old train dude to let them ride for free, because I can almost promise you they did not have tickets. But that's neither here or there. And I mean, I can't blame them if that was the case. Other than that, normal train ride. I mean, at the end, I was used to riding on a different train, so this train was like it was still a train, so it was nothing different. But one tiny detail that I happened to miss was that the overhead area where you can put bags and stuff was lower for some reason. So when I stood up, bonk, I hit my head right off of it, and gave it a good whack. But other than that, normal ass train ride. So after that, I meet up with my friend. He picks me up, and we just start driving. And he was like, "Oh, I'm so excited for you to be down here. Like And we were joking around. We're like, "Ooh, I hope we see some crazy shit while driving." And maybe like 6 minutes after he said that, we drove right past a car accident where a car got completely smushed between these two cars. Everybody was out and everybody was all right, but these cars were smushed. And so we were like, "Oh, haha, there's that crazy shit. Hopefully this isn't a bad omen. Ha ha ha, whatever." Anyways, we go back to his house, we get some food, we rested up, and we grabbed his brother and his friends, and we went on our way. We had two other friends that were going to meet us at the casino, but they were going to meet us there. So on our way, we were describing to his brother how we had saw that accident earlier. And it was crazy. As we were describing the accident, Waze pops up and informs us there's an accident up ahead. And this accident given was not as bad as the other one, but let's just say that those bumpers had seen better days. And personally, I have never really used Waze. My only experience with Waze is one time while my friend was driving, I noticed that I could make my own reports. So, as one does, I reported that there was a massive sinkhole and 16 were dead and to avoid it at all costs. Because, that's just what you do. Did I get his account banned for a week? Okay, maybe. But listen, bigger than me, right? Outside of me, doesn't matter. Anyways, so every time one of those notifications would pop up, I would find just the joy in just pressing, yep, still there. I don't know. I thought it was fun. But maybe about 20 minutes down the road, a Waze pops up again. Accident reported up ahead. And we're like, no way. No way there's another one. There's been so many tonight. This is like our third one. And we were started joking, like, ho, maybe we should just turn around now. Haha. Bad omen, bad omen. Yeah, well, well, this car was missing a tire. And I don't mean just a flat tire. I mean there was no tire. So that was something. And so we just kept driving, and then all of a sudden the traffic just picked up really, really, really bad. And we're like, why is it so bad? Waze, hey, what's up? Accident. Okay, that makes sense. There's traffic. I was like, oh, well, hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, it's bad once the fire trucks pull up. In come two fire trucks. Yeah, the fire trucks started blocking off the lanes and funneled everything into one lane of traffic. And so we're like, okay, wow, maybe it is maybe it's a little bad. And so we start creeping up and we see this one car on the side of the road and we're like, oh, it doesn't look that bad. Surely it's not that bad. And then we're like, wait a minute. What is that? Is that a reflection in the Oh, that's a whole car in the woods. That is an entire car in the woods with their hazard lights on. And like our first thought was, did they turn the hazard lights on? Like, did they go out of their way to turn? Because they're not a hazard in the woods. You know what I mean? Like, regardless. Hopefully everybody was okay. But the car looked like it had run into the start of like a new section of the guardrail and like tore the front half of the car off, and then that car flew into the woods. So I understand why they might have wanted to block off some traffic. But so we drove past that and we're like, definitely have some good luck here. Yep, good luck all around. Definitely should not turn around. But we're like, all right, well, we're not too far. Let's just keep going. And so we kept going. We stopped at this cool little candy shop, foreign snack shop. The woman who was working there was so chill. We were talking to her about the accident. She was like, "Oh yeah, people up here don't know how to drive. That's completely normal up here. You'll see that all the time." And we're like, "Okay." And as we were leaving that store, a man with no shirt on and two beers in his hand walked across the street as if he wasn't about to get hit, but that's neither here or there. So we finally get to the casino, and you know, I kind of knew what to expect because it's a casino. I know that they're trying to trap you there, but you walk in and there's not a single clock or window. Nowhere to be found. They want you to have no concept of time or your well-being. Um, and so it just looks like a glorified arcade in there. But the one thing that for some reason, I just didn't think of because nobody on like my age smokes cigarettes. It reeked of cigarettes. It smelled so bad. And everybody in there was doing, I left there absolutely, my shirt smelled like cigarettes. It was so bad. But yeah, besides that, we started gambling, as you do at the casino. And I'd like to say, fair warning, gambling can be very addictive, right? So make sure that you're only going with what you're willing to lose, and more importantly, what you can afford to lose, and try and only bring cash. You don't want to necessarily bring your card, because then you can just go to an ATM and they want your money, and they try to make it convenient. There's going to be ATMs everywhere. So anyways, we went up to the desk, got our player cards. Mine didn't work at first, so I had to go get a new one. It was kind of annoying, but I was testing it out at a machine near the player cards, and I tested it out. 5 spins in, somehow I won $60. I was like, cool. Yeah, I'll take that. Don't know how I won. Some stars exploded and I got $60, but hey, I'll take it. And so, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I just kind of rocked the slot machines all night. And my one friend was like, I'm playing blackjack. I'm here for blackjack. I want to play blackjack. I was like, yeah, I'll play some blackjack. I know a little bit of blackjack. And so we go up to the blackjack tables, and it's a Friday night. So it's really, really busy. And all of the blackjack tables have a minimum of $25. And I was like, okay, I don't think I want to throw down $25 just for one single hand of blackjack. So he sat down and I watched him play, and he was like winning and losing. He was trading them off pretty equally. So I was like, okay, he's going to be here for a bit. So I sat down on a slot machine, maybe like 20 feet away from him, and popped my $60 ticket in there. And somehow 5 spins later, that ticket was at $100. I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to walk. And I walked away from there. And so at this point, I forgot to mention our friends had met up with us at this casino. And so our friend was still at the blackjack table. We're like, okay, let's go mess around with some more slots. The woman next to us was like, oh, go try the Wheel of Fortune. That one's good. Okay, yeah, we start playing the Wheel of Fortune. We didn't realize every spin on the Wheel of Fortune is $1, but also when you win on the Wheel of Fortune, you win better. So it was kind of like a give and take, except for the fact that it's a lot more of a take. And let's just say we all lost a lot of money there, and that $100 ticket doesn't exist anymore. And so I was like, oh, that sucks. So, we walk back, and he's at a different blackjack table now. We're like, oh, that's weird. He has a lot more chips. And he's like, oh, I'm down right now. We're like, how is he down? Okay, whatever. And so, we went out, and I did some virtual blackjack, some virtual roulette, lost $40. I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I don't know if I'm gonna waste this last 20. And so we go back to the blackjack table, and he's up now. He's up now. He's got a lot of chips. He's up now, and he's like, okay, all right. I've been here for a really long time. I'll walk. Apparently, unbeknownst to us, he brought $200. He lost all of it, and so he had the bright idea to go take out $300 more. Awful idea. But somehow he ended up earning it all back, and he was up by like 150. So while we were on our way out, we cashed out. We walked all the way to the cash out section. We cashed them out. And while we were on our way out, we're like, oh, look at that. That roulette table's minimum bet is only 15. Oh, he's like, okay, you know what? I just want a ton. I'll throw one on there. So he scrounged up some ones, and he grabbed 3 $5 chips, and he put them out. And of course he won. He wins. He wins 175 off of a $5 bet. He got it right on the number, and that pays out really well. But he's really nice, so he gave us all in total 75, not 75 each, but in total it totaled out to, he gave us basically $75 worth of chips to play with at the roulette table. We lost it all. Duh. And so we were then walking back to the cash out station for him to check out his ticket. And I was like, okay, well, I have this $20 bill literally burning a hole in my pocket. I would really like to not be down $80, but I mean, I'd also came here to spend it, so maybe I should just spend it. After walking back and forth from there to the cash out station, all the way back to the cash out station, I was like, okay, well, listen, I gotta want to spend my $20. And my friend's brother goes, listen, bro, sit down right there. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, that's the dragon. I was like, what does that mean? He's like, trust me, bro, that is the dragon. I was like, what is this, like a dragon that was nuts across your face? Like, what is happening? He's like, sit down at the dragon. I was like, all right. I put my $20 in the dragon. The dragon's a slot machine. I don't know how else to describe it except for the dragon, but the dragon's a slot machine. And I put the $20 in, and I'm spinning. He's like, trust me, bro, you want that dragon. You're getting that dragon. Like, okay, all right. spinning. Okay, I'm down to like $10. I'm like, okay, this is not looking good, but you know what? It's a casino, it's whatever. He's like, no, bro, trust me. You're getting this dragon. You need a dragon and at least one gem. I was like, okay, all right. I spin. He's like, dragon. Do you know the dragon? Gets the dragon, right? We get the dragon. And we get a dragon with a gem, which apparently means something. And so this big animation plays on the screen, rah, 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 my dragon. And we're like, okay, all right. It wants me to pick a ball. I'm like, wow, okay, so dragging these balls across. And so I picked the left ball. And apparently that was the best ball I could pick because it gave me some sort of multiplier, which made all of my spins better. And then it gave me 10 free spins. And it just kept springing. And this whole time, everybody's like screaming. And we're like, dragon. And like these two old dudes come by and they just start looking and they're like, oh, this guy must have won big. And it's like going up by like $10. And we're like, oh my goodness. Oh, because we're just kids with like small amounts of money. So to us, it was fun. It was big. And so I ended up turning the $10 into $50, which Dragon was clutch. So I popped that ticket out of there, cashed it out, and I called it a night. But Dragon was clutch. I gotta hand it. Dragon was clutch. Ended up, instead of being 60 down, I was only 30 down. So, what? Why not? And that was pretty much the extent of our night. I mean, it was now 2:30 at this point. We were all pretty damn tired. So just kind of went home. We set up a bunch of air mattresses. My friend was like, yeah, my dog's either going to sleep with me or you're going to wake up and he's going to be sleeping with you. I woke up, he was sleeping with me. It was cool. He was a chill dog, though. I don't care. But yeah, I mean, my other two friends that met us there lost miserably and kind of went home, and that's okay. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of the casino for you. Um, Hopefully that was something worth watching. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do in editing, but hopefully something. And we'll see what happens with this video. I really hope that, this was something that you guys can enjoy, and I'm going to be trying all sorts of shit. So hopefully you guys will be there for that. I mean, if you're liking what I'm doing, come on, you know what to do. Yeah, you know what to do. Come on, you know what to do. You know what to do. But anyways, yeah, I really appreciate it, and thank you guys. Goodbye. Pew pew pew.